Alrighty, guys. So, welcome back to Seablock. So, last episode we got all of our algae working, and it is all producing quite well, with the exception of our blue algae. We have used up all of the sulfuric wastewater, so we need to make more, and we're going to address that um, in a little bit because sulfuric wastewater can be made with blue cellulose fiber and steam, and it's going to give us our multi-phase oil, which is going to start letting us get into oil processing and stuff. In addition to that, what we're going to do today is going to start making some more sulfuric wastewater, because today we're going to get into growing fish and growing gardens. That was kind of the whole point of all of this. With the addition of course, crude oil production, but we wanted to start getting into growing gardens so that we can do research. And speaking of the research part of it, we forgot to pick research last time. So let's get that out of the way right off the bat, and just grab our research. And we're just going to go through and grab this whole first line of research right there. And then we'll pick up from there, as time allows. But it's gonna get us moving. All right, so let's look at the whole fish situation here. So here's what we got. We need all of this crap basically so that we can make gardens, and the gardens are going to allow us to make this science, the alien plant life sample. So let's look at the fish portion of it first. We have a couple of different recipes we can use for fish. We can do Factorio fish, which if we put in 4 and we put in nutrient pulp and artificial water, gets us 2 with a 50% chance of another one, um, and gives us polluted artificial fish water, which is what we're after. And it's going to give us 100 of them. This one is basically the same recipe, only it's a more advanced recipe. We're actually going to get between 2 and 4 Factorio fish. So we're at least going to break even, whereas before we weren't breaking even. So this is going to be the one we're going to go after. It's going to, let's see, 420, 100, 220, 100. Yeah. So I don't understand why that says 240, 204. I guess because it's every, I don't know, whatever. It's weird for the total rolls because it's not really that. It's 220, 100, not the 4 200. Anyway, so there's we got Factorio fish. We can do it with Levac fish, but then we also have to add brown algae. Um, we can do it, and again, these top row we don't break even. At the bottom row, we at least break even. So we'll have to either add brown algae for Levac fish, green algae for Dorflorp jellyfish, or raw meat for Santa rays. And the raw meat's basically we're processing the fish and turning it into raw meat. And you can do any of them and turn it into raw meat. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do Factorian fish. And the reason we're going to do Factorian fish is because then we can use the Factorian fish for our health. We don't have to catch them anymore. Because if you look at um, the physical health, it gives us 80 physical health, whereas the other ones give us like 20 and 40. So it gives us more health if we eat the Factorian fish. So we're going to go ahead and grow Factorian fish. So here's what I've done is all these pipes indicate either going into the system or coming out of the system. If they're right to left, they're going into the system. If they're if well, no, if they're I'm sorry. If they're pointing into our thing, then they're going into the system. If they're pointing out of it, then they're coming out. I thought I had it left to right, but I didn't because I have up and downs too and stuff like that. Anyway, point being, we got stuff that we got to come in. And for the first thing we need artificial fish water. And to get that, we need saline solution, which is on our fluid bus, and we need water, which we get from pumps. So easy peasy. That's the first thing we want. So let's grab our chem plant. And let's take this away since this is the input for that. And let's go down here. And where'd our chem plant go? There it is. Okay. Put our chem plant down. Now we're going to want to leave room for the pump because I think this is purified water. Yeah, that's purified water. We don't have just plain water on the bus because we can get it from wherever. So, man, that's going to be irritating as hell. But that's cool that they're going that quickly. All right, so there's that. And that is going to make artificial fish water, right? So, fish water. Artificial fish water. All right, let's go over here. We're going to grab a pump. And we're going to grab some explosives. So there's our explosives. There's our pump. Let's blow up some ground. So, pump's going to line up there. We could actually put it right there if we wanted to, I suppose. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? And it goes right on in. Then we need saline water. So there's that. So there is our artificial fish water. And our artificial fish water goes into our little swimming pool fishing tank here. Go ahead and pick this up. This is going to be where our fish are going to go into and go out of. So we're going to need this. And we might as well grab these guys as well. So this is going to be for that. So our artificial fish water, let's move it up. That 1. Yeah, let's move it up 1. Let's line them up. Now we're going to leave a little bit of space so that we can maneuver stuff between them and stuff, because we've got belts that we're going to have to come through here and things. So there's that. So there to there. There's our artificial fish water. Now we need nutrient pulp to come in is the other part. And nutrient pulp is basically... Oh, shut up. Nutrient pulp is made from whatever we want to put in it, whether it's beans or what have you. And it comes out of the nutrient extractor and right into our thing. So, nutrient extractor, right? And it depends on what we want to do, right? I think I had it set up for beans. So to make beans, basically you've got to take them out of something. So where are the beans? Beans. So to craft beans, you need a bioprocessor, right? So we just got to take it out of the bioprocessor and put it into where's beans? That's corn, beans. Right, so it just got to come out of the bioprocessor into there, right? So then we got to just put our xylocampheniferous, which we grew a whole bunch of it up there. So we're just going to bring that down at some point, and that's going to go into there. And we're going to bring a train down for all the supplies. So that's going to give us all of that, going to basically give us our polluted fish water. Now, the other thing it is going to give us is fish. But we got to put fish in. So, if we do, you know what we should have done? All right, let me do this. We're going to move this up a couple. And the reason we're going to move it up a couple is because I want to leave myself room for belts here. And I didn't do that. So I was a little stupid, which is nothing new for me. Luckily, we can put holes in the ground now, so we can fill our holes up, and then we can put new holes. So there it is. All right. So we're going to bring this up a little bit further. Let's, you know what? We got plenty of working room now. Let's give ourselves some working room. So we're going to put it there. All right. And then we're going to go. Is that the right spot? All right. Now we're lined up at the right spot. 1, 2, 3. Make sure it's the right one. Nope. We're short, so we want to go here, here, and here. Luckily, we got the bots to fix things. All right. So, saline water is here. All right, there we go. So now it's all hunky-dory there. We're going to take this and we're going to put it here. And we're going to go out and right back in. Right? So it's going to take all of the fish out and then put the fish back in as needed. And then we're going to store all the extra fish here. All right, so there we go. There is our polluted fish water, right? So then our polluted fish water goes here, right? And that's going to allow us to make alien spores, but it's also going to give us sulfuric wastewater, which again is something we're lacking, something we need. We'll snatch this up. Come down here. Give ourselves a little bit of room to work. There's our alien spores. There is that. Now, I don't know if this comes out of here as a physical item or it comes out of here as a liquid. Based on the fact that it's showing on a pipe, I'm thinking it comes out of liquid, but I don't know for sure. But what I do know for sure is we need this to come out of here and come down here, because that's what we need to grow our blue algae. So we can just dump it right there and get rid of it. Okay? So now we take our alien spores And they go into, excuse me, an algae farm along with calcium carbonate and hydrochloric acid, and that's going to make these weird alien bacteria. So let us go ahead. We're already making this, so we don't need this, right? Because we're already making those. For the same reason, we also don't need all of this, because we're already making ammonia. So let's go ahead and just get those out of our way. All right. And for the same reason, we don't need this, because we're already making that. Makes it a little easier, right? All right, so now we need hydrochloric acid, alien spores, and calcium carbonate. So let's grab this. And let's grab that. We'll come back for that part of it in a second. And we'll come on down here. And we'll face one of these towards there. We don't know which one is actually the right one until we see where it's at, right? Because it could have been this way, but it looks like it's that way. So now let's see if this hooks up like that. And when we turn this all on, if that does what it's got to do. All right, so there's that. We need calcium carbonate. And calcium carbonate is made by taking red cellulose fiber in a factory and turning it into calcium carbonate. So we can do that pretty much anywhere around this. So we're going to do it down here. And we're going to go out and in. We're going to tell this we want calcium carbonate, and we will have to run a line up of our red. All right. So, boom, boom, boom. All right, there we go. That'll get us going for the next one. All right, so there's that. So now we need sulfuric acid. And sulfuric acid basically needs two things. It needs purified water, and it needs saline water. Now, saline water will break down and give us sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas, and hydrogen gas. And then the chlorine gas and the hydrogen gas will give us hydrogen chloride gas, and then the hydrogen chloride gas and the purified water will give us the hydrochloric acid. So what's going to come out of here is we're going to have this sodium hydroxide that's going to come out. Now, this is 40 chlorine, 60 hydrogen. This needs 50 and 50. So we're actually going to be making a little bit of extra hydrogen. We can pump that out and get rid of it, which is what we will do. So let's do this just so that we've got what we need recipe-wise down here. We can refer to the blueprint, basically. And I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to turn it this way and bring it in above that, and just bring it over. We're going to leave ourselves some space to be able to do things. So we'll do that. Now, purified water, I do believe, is on our fluid bus. Yes, it is. Okay. So we got to bring in two things. We got to bring in purified water. And we got to bring in our saline water. All right. So let's bring our saline water from up here, just to give us room for and I think that's it right there. That's saline water right there. So I'm gonna bring it from up here, just to give ourselves the room that we need. And do it that way. We could actually move this up one, I guess. Let's move this up one. Because that will then give us the room to be able to bring our purified water in without having to snake up and over this, I think. We'll find out in a second, won't we? Right, so there's that. If we put it to the side of that, we'll be able to come up here. Purified water. All right, so there we go. So there's our purified water. Now we'll have to get rid of this at some point, but that's minor. Right, there's that. Everything's going in there. Let's do this, because like I say, we're going to have some extra. And we will put it back on the bus there. And in order to get it to go in the right direction, we'll do this. If the input side is above 80%, then we'll get rid of it. Right? So that will flow that out onto the bus. All right. So there we go. Theoretically, that'll give us that. So then that comes down here. And then that will give us alien bacteria. Now, the alien bacteria, it appears, does not come out. It comes out as a solid. So we need that to bring it out. Then the alien bacteria goes in here, and that's going to give us alien goo. And the alien goo is going to go into there. So let us do this. do these 4. And then pick these 4 up. Which one was it? It was this one. All right. So we can actually do this there. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And move that by 1 that way. Because that is going to be that into that. Like that. Right? That's going to give us our alien goo. And then our alien goo is going to go into our factory here for our alienated fertilizer, right? So alien goo gives us alienated fertilizer. So then we just need fertilizer into there. And let us, we're going to offset this so that we can get this water out of here. Because this is going to be purified water. And weren't we using purified water somewhere? Yes, we are. So purified water's coming in here. Right? So we can actually come here to here to here. And we can do a top-up valve here. So that way, this purified water takes precedence over this purified water so that we don't back the system up. And then that is going to give us ammonia, carbon dioxide in, and urea gas out. This is going to give us fertilizer, which requires urea gas and compost. Now, right now, we are not making compost because we've got to bring down our tree production to make compost. And we're going to probably put that somewhere in here and go from there. But that gives us our alienated fertilizer, right? So all of this is basically just made to support this alienated fertilizer. Now we need carbon dioxide and we need ammonia gas, both of which are being made down here in our system. This is our carbon dioxide. And can we slip that down through here? Right there, I think. Right, so that's going to give us carbon dioxide. Now we just need to bring in ammonia gas. which again we are making down here in our system. Not right now because we're not making the blue algae, but we will correct the blue algae issue at some point. And there is that, right? So that's going to go into there. That's that, that's that. That gives us our alienated fertilizer. Yippee! All of that just to make this. Because we need alienated fertilizer. We need the gardens. We need the alien plant life sample. And we need mineralized water. All to go into here just to be able to make seeds. Or gardens. So, step out by one. That's going to go in there. We'll tell it desert gardens for now, although we don't know if it's going to be desert gardens. We'll see. And then we need one of those and one of those. One for that, one for that. This is going to be our gardens. This is going to be our alien plant life. What we're going to do is, this is temporary because we're going to process the gardens into the alien plant life samples and put them back in here and put the gardens back in here. So we're going to add to that. But for right now, there we are. So now all we need is mineralized water, and we are making mineralized water for our algae processing down here. So we can bring that up. And we're just going to swipe it from here. Can we fit it right there? I think we can fit it right down through here. And I think we can squeeze it in right here. Telephone pole, of course, always. I'm good for that. Uh-oh. We can't do it there because of that. We have to move over by one. Alright. We'll move over by one. Easy peasy, guys. Of course, we'll have to move that telephone pole again. Maybe not. Right there. All right, right there. Go down here and hook the other end of it up. Right, mineralized water. Up, goes in. All right, mineralized water. We got that. The deserts, we got them. That we got. Alien plant life. We're making that. So now I think all we need to do is power this sucker up. And then take care of our wastewater issue. Oh, and that. Can't get through there. There's a pipe. And we'll make that sure that there's a loop there. Is that everybody? I think all of that. We just need to bring up our red cellulose fiber. So go down here, red cellulose fiber, and we'll bring it out and up, I think. Jump under that. That should do that. Oops. Okay, I think that is everything. Let's go ahead and hook her up. Everything hooked up? All right. So that's making that. That's making that, which is going into there and making that, which is making that, which is making our urea synthesis, which is going into here and making our fertilizer. Right, so we're waiting on alien goo. Now over here we need our nutrients. So we need some of this zombie eucalyptus stuff. So let's go up here and get it real quick. And we can make this nutrient paste out of pretty much any of the seed stuff that we've been making. So when we move that down there, we can hook it up and it'll go to town. We just want to make sure this thing works right now. That's our main goal, is to see it work one time, and then we can go ahead and hook the rest of this stuff up. So grab a couple of those. Throw a pile of it into there. That'll make our beans. Our beans will make our nutrient pulp. Nutrient pulp will go into here. We just need to put fish into our system. Oh, that's kind of cute. Look at the animation. So now we got fishies floating around. This obviously is not very fast, but it'll work. All right, so the only other thing we got an issue with at some point is this sulfuric wastewater. So that's going to make the little fishies, and the fishies are going to poop in the water. And the pooping in the water is what we need to have happen. We'll put those fishies in there too. So 4 fishies will make, or 2 fishies will make 2 to 4 fishies. So we at least break even. We should come out with extra. Alright, so it made 2 fishies, but it made our poop water, which is going to make what we needed here. And that comes out and goes into here. It didn't make enough. We need more poop water for alien spores, because we need how many alien spores? 50. Alright, so 2 cycles of this to 1 cycle of that. That's cool. Put this here, and we can put the rest of that into there. So then this is basically just waiting on fish poop water. And then once it makes its fish poop water, that will make that, and then that will make that. How much of the goo does it need? It needs 5 goo. And then the 5 goo, we need 2 alien fertilizers, and that will give us 2 gardens. Right now, while we're waiting on that, let's look at this. So the desert garden, we can use a desert garden to grow 2 desert gardens, right? And then we need 30 alien plant samples to do that. We can take a desert garden and give us 32 alien plant life samples, or 16 and a bunch of seeds. But we already got the seeds. We don't need any more seeds. So every time that we do this, we are basically going to get 2 alien plant life samples, because we're going to get a garden that we can process and a garden that we can grow. Right? So how are we going to do this? And they have to be done in a seed extractor. So we're going to have to do, let me get down here and get some circuits, or some red and green circuits, because we're going to have to do kind of the same thing that we have done in the past with our Covarex operation in our other series. We're going to have to pass part of it through and keep part of it. And we're going to need some more filter inserters. And all right, there we go. So here's what's going to happen. The garden is going to take out the gardens, right? And that's going to take out our gardens. And it's going to put them in our chest. Then we want to put one of them back into here. And we want to take one of them and process it into that. So that's going to go there to there. Actually, we don't need filters, do we? And there. Right? Because 2 of them are going to go... Well, no. We can do it this way. All right, so that's going to give us our garden. One of our gardens is going to go into here. And then that's going to come out into a chest, which is going to give us our so that is going to be, where is alien life sample? Okay. Science, those. Okay. So that's going to come out of there and go into there. And it's only going to take 30 at a time so that we don't have to worry about that. So that's going to come out of there. We're going to want to go back into here. We're always going to want to have at least that, right? So we're going to measure this to here, and this is not going to turn on if gardens are less than, let's say, 2. So we're going to have at least 2 gardens in here for it to go to here to go to there. So it'll prioritize always having a garden to go back into the gardens before it makes our alien plant life samples. So we're still waiting on, oh, because we need 30 plant life samples. Okay. So now, let us, do we have our gardens on the train? Because it looks like everything else is ready in here. So let's see if we have gardens on the train. I don't know if we do or not. What we do have is plenty more, compost. To get us started. I don't think we have any gardens on the train. Alright, we will have to go get some gardens. I think we have enough that we can start this process. We either have enough gardens or we have enough of the alien plant life samples. I don't remember which. But let us put that compost in there and go up here and get them. I'm hoping we have like 3 desert gardens. Because that'll give us enough to give us our starting situation for the crate. And it'll give us enough to process 1 into the alien, Good, we have plenty. All right, let's get down here. We have 9. That's going to give us enough to be able to kickstart our system. Because we'll put 1 in there. And that's going to give us 32. 32 will give us 30 into there and 1 into the crate. And then this will go, we'll do 1, 2, 3, so that it puts 1 into the queue, keeps 2 in there. God, how slow that is. This is going to be a slow process to get these out, but that's okay. It can continue to keep cooking. I don't care. The next big issue is going to be our sulfuric wastewater. We're going to have to figure out a way to increase that. And we already know that. So sulfuric wastewater. We said we can make that by taking our blue fire cellulose, which we got to wait for it to come out, and we're going to add steam to it. And then that'll put it back into here. So we'll get to that. I'll probably do that off camera. All I'm going to do is we're going to add, we're going to pluck some of these off, and we're going to put them into steam, and we're going to turn them into fluid, and we're going to put the fluid back on the bus. So we just need to make steam. And I think that we now have, yeah, we have boilers that we can do that with. We can just take the whatchamacallit off of the first one and do it. Oh, it looks like we're making a little bit here. Oh yeah, so it's getting a little bit every time this processes. It's coming over here and it's processing, and we're getting the sulfuric waste out, and it's going in here. Right, so yeah, so we're getting some coming down. How we doing on fish? We got 124. We'll see what we end up with. How are we doing over here? Man, that is slow. Well, it looks like it's working though, guys. All we really need is these stupid alien plant life samples. But everything else seems to be working. I'm not going to sit here and wait for it and record it. We're just going to assume it's working. We got a little bit of this coming down here. We just need to make a boiler. Iron pipes and stone furnace. We may even be able to do that right now. Let me see if we got what we need on the train. Heck, we might even have a boiler on the train, but I don't think so. Well, if nothing else, we got a stone furnace. We just need some iron pipes. And we got iron pipes. So we can make a boiler. And then we can make... We need plates. We can make a burner inserter. So then we can split off some of those. And that is done in what? Chemical plant? No, it's done in an oil gas separator. Oil gas separator, we need green circuits, we need stone bricks, and we need steel. So stone bricks, steel, and green circuits. So we can make one of these. I wonder if we have tanks. Do we have any tanks? Yes, we have tanks. All right. let's go ahead and bang this out real quick. So we need this, and we're going to put it right there so that we can run our steam up to it. And this is going to make our multiphasic oil, right? And that goes into there. No. It is this one. So then we need steam. So we need this to go there. We need to put water into it. Do we have any pumps? Need a pump. Pump, 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 pump. P-U-M-P. That's the thing with this, man, is it gets to the point where there's so much freaking stuff you can't find anything. All right, we need brown circuits. There they are. Brown circuits, brown circuits. Pump. We got our explosives. All right. Oh, look. It's finally growing. Finally got through one. So that'll make two. Two will come out and go into there. All right. So we need to put a pump in over here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Water goes in. I need fuel. Give me fuel, give me fire. And that we just need to bring charcoal up. To there. So that's going to give us steam. That's going to give us that. And then that's going to give us that. And oh, because yeah. All right, can't do it right there. We can, however, do it there. Right? And then this tank is going to start taking that in. So there's the steam, there's our blue cellulose fiber that is not in there yet. We need some more. So it's just a matter of waiting for this to build up. Because we need 20. Alright, well, that's fine. Alright, so that one needs 3 of those. So now we know it's working. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave that to one pile. One of those in there. And then that should all just do its thing. There we go. All right, guys. So in theory, we got some more coming down here. We're gonna cut that off. We're gonna suck up all of this blue algae before we put more in, because all of these have enough of what they need other than the blue algae. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. That's okay. We need the sulfur for the sulfur wastewater first. We need to see that that works. So it needs 20, right? Yeah, so it needs one more. And that sent that out. It gave us a little bit of oil. All right, there we go. So that's going to make more. I don't know where it's making it, but it's going to make it in one of these apparently. Yep, so now it's just a matter of letting this cycle through. All right, guys, there we go. It seems to be working. Now we just got to set up bringing our seeds down. Everything else looks to be good to go. It's just a matter of building up enough of a stock of this so that we have the desert gardens. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. Next episode, we're going to move our tree production down here and start making our compost and what have you down here. And then I think we're going to convert this rail line into a normal roundabout so that we can have stations down here to take stuff in and out. All right, you guys take care. Talk to you later. Bye.